Frozen pizza is one of the most insidious culprits for people with high blood pressure because it combines multiple dietary hazards into a single, convenient package. At first glance, it looks like a simple meal solution, quick, tasty, and satisfying, but beneath that cheesy surface lies a perfect storm of sodium, saturated fats, and processed meats that can wreak havoc on the cardiovascular system. For someone with hypertension, a single slice is not just indulgence, it's a measurable assault on blood pressure, kidney function, and arterial health. The sodium content is staggering. Frozen pizzas are designed to be flavorful out of the box, which means both the crust and toppings are heavily salted. A single slice can contain 600 to 800 milligrams of sodium, and most people eat 2 or more slices in one sitting. That quickly exceeds half or even the entirety of a hypertensive person's recommended daily sodium intake. Salt drives water retention, increases blood volume, and forces the heart to work harder, creating immediate pressure on arteries that are already under strain. Unlike the sodium in a lightly salted home-cooked meal, this spike is often sudden and combined with other harmful ingredients, compounding the impact on blood pressure. Then there's the cheese, often one of the densest sources of saturated fat in the diet. Each slice is coated in processed or semi-processed cheese, which elevates LDL cholesterol, stiffens arteries, and reduces their natural elasticity. This makes it harder for blood to flow freely, increasing systemic resistance and further elevating blood pressure. For hypertensive individuals, repeated exposure to saturated fats accelerates the progression of arterial damage and significantly raises the risk of cardiovascular events over time. Processed meats such as pepperoni, sausage, and ham add yet another layer of danger. These meats are not only high in sodium but also contain preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which contribute to vascular inflammation and oxidative stress. Oxidative stress damages the inner lining of arteries, making them less flexible and more prone to plaque formation. Combined with the high sodium and saturated fat, this creates a triple threat: immediate blood pressure spikes, long-term arterial damage, and metabolic strain that makes controlling hypertension increasingly difficult. The convenience and ubiquity of frozen pizza make it even more harmful. It is sold everywhere, from supermarkets to convenience stores, and marketed as a quick, family-friendly meal. This encourages frequent consumption, often as a weekly staple rather than an occasional indulgence. For hypertensive individuals, the cumulative effect is alarming. Repeated sodium and fat overload, compounded by frequent processed meats, creates a steady erosion of cardiovascular health that can be difficult to reverse even with medication. Beyond the obvious nutritional dangers, frozen pizza also contributes to unhealthy eating patterns. Because it is pre-made and requires minimal effort, it encourages reliance on highly processed, convenience-oriented meals instead of fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains that could help stabilize blood pressure. People who eat frozen pizza regularly are more likely to consume other high-sodium, high-fat foods, which magnifies the risk. The combination of hidden sodium, saturated fat, and processed additives is insidious precisely because it works quietly over time, slowly undermining heart and kidney health. Long-term consequences of frequent frozen pizza consumption are severe. Chronic high-sodium intake promotes persistent hypertension, increases the risk of left ventricular hypertrophy, accelerates kidney damage, and contributes to atherosclerosis. The added fat and processed meats exacerbate obesity, insulin resistance, and arterial stiffness, creating a cascade of interrelated conditions that compound cardiovascular risk. For hypertensive patients, this means that what may appear as a simple, occasional meal can steadily evolve into a chronic problem, making blood pressure more difficult to control and increasing the likelihood of stroke, heart attack, or heart failure. The most dangerous element of frozen pizza is its deceptive familiarity. People often underestimate its sodium and fat content because it is a common, everyday food, not an exotic processed snack. The cheesy, meaty flavor masks the very real threat to blood pressure, giving a false sense of safety while quietly increasing cardiovascular risk. Each slice is not just a caloric indulgence, it is a measurable hit to the heart, arteries, and kidneys. For those with high blood pressure, frozen pizza is not a casual convenience, it is a deliberate risk factor. Every bite delivers a combination of sodium, saturated fat, and processed meat that challenges blood pressure control and damages the cardiovascular system over time. Avoiding it entirely, or replacing it with fresh, low-sodium alternatives is one of the most important steps hypertensive individuals can take to protect their health.